So generating leads and sales from the internet is my presentation today. A little bit about me. Born and raised in Dearborn, Michigan. A happy father of an 8-month-old. And I figure if I put cute baby pictures up there, you guys will immediately have rapport and they'll love me. The picture on the right bottom corner is when we were in Monterey last weekend. Had a fabulous, couple days down there. And Michigan State, I was rooting for the Spartans. They lost against Duke, but but they made it to the Final Four, so I was excited about that. Background on myself and the company I have is DNet Marketing since 2009. I've worked with a couple hundred clients, different niches. I help with website creation, optimization, updating SEO, local SEO, social media, video production and video marketing, email autoresponders, logo creation and branding. And really the focus of what I offer is to create professional internet presence in order to generate leads for new customers. You guys can see that okay? I'm gonna move this over. If it really matters there. Purpose of my presentation, help you understand opportunities available for you and your business, generate new clients from the internet. And the outline today, and how much time do I have? Like 20 minutes?
20 minutes or a little more.
Okay. Talk about websites, what you need to do with your website, on-page strategies, off-page strategies. We're going to talk about local SEO, Google Places, Yelp review sites and directories, link building, social media, Facebook and Twitter. Then we talk about video, pay-per-click with Google, and then Craigslist. So I'm going to run through that in all in 20 minutes. I did this as a presentation for over an hour, so I had more time. But today I'm going to do it all in about 20 minutes. So one of the things I offer clients is to do a website audit, and I did it for our own Karen because she's the great leader that she is. And I have it printed out for her, but I also did a little, I don't know if you guys can see that. And this isn't conclusive, but she has her website up right now, and I took everything on her website as what might be search phrases that people might type in to try to find her, and I put them in a big long list, and then I ran it through a checking system, and she's ranking for, you can see her website obviously is number 1, but solopreneur workshops, workshops for moms, and you can see the ranking on Google. So if you type in mom balance workshop, obviously you're probably one of the only ones that ever has that type of thing. So you're going to be obviously ranking on the front page. But this is one of the things you do is you really want to focus on, okay, what are people, get in the mind of someone who might want your product or service, what are they typing into Google, right, to try to find a business like yours. And so that's the first thing. And the other thing is, overall, how is your website ranking for the key factors for what Google's looking for? Mobile is a big update coming. I'll have a little bit more on that. Lead generation. You want to have some way to get people to opt in to get a free newsletter of some kind, right? Get on your list, and that's one of the things that Google looks for. You want to have SEO. I've got some SEO stuff that's completed on there. I'll get a little bit more on that. Social media. You want to have a link to your Facebook, your Twitter, your Google Plus, your other pages, and blogging. Google loves to see continuous blog posts of some kind. So that's why you have a 59. Ideally, you want to have the higher, the better, 80 or 90 or 100. You want to get up there as high as possible. Another person in our group here, Ken and I are working together, and he's got some keyword phrases that we're ranking for, like store insurance, Sacramento. You can see the Google rank. We're not quite on the front page. We got some on the second page and on the third page. And these, again, this is not a complete comprehensive list, but these are phrases that are really good keyword search phrases for Ken. Business insurance in Sacramento. I know that there are 70 people roughly that are typing that search phrase in every month. So if he's ranking number 1, 2, or 3, he's going to get phone calls for that type of search phrase. So you want to have a whole gamut of different search phrases. So I'm going fast. You guys can stop me.
Keep up. You're doing fine.
So on-page content. There are a number of things that Google is looking for your content. And number 1 is the quality of the content. They want to make sure that it's good quality. It's not just gibberish on your page with different words. And it's around 1,500 words per page around the content. If it's well written and you pay attention to grammar and spelling, Google's going to really reward you for that. And you really want to look at the keywords in your industry and make sure those are all on your page. You want to have engagement. it's meaningful. You can see, read down the list here. And then HTML tags, descriptions, and headers. That might be a little over your head. I'll go into that a little bit. You have to go to your site, and it has to load quickly. And then the last thing is mobile. You got to have a mobile site, mobile-friendly site. So here are coaching keywords. I just did a little bit of search. Coaching for working moms, single moms, health coaching for moms. These are just I use a keyword search tool, and boom, up they come. All these different words that might be used to find someone like yourself. And so then you go to your website, and okay, here's solopreneurs. Solopreneurs, there's not a whole lot for results. And so going back here, coaching for entrepreneurs, life coaching for entrepreneurs, coaching, those might be better search terms that you'd want to also jam into this page in different paragraphs, right? And so that people can find you. And as a side note, this video is great. Karen was on Fox 40. I never knew that. So I was very impressed with that. So there's a whole long list of keyword phrases you definitely want to find out what are the top ones for your industry and make sure they are on your pages. So that's the overall encompassing thing. And you want to use them as text for what's on the page. You want to name your photos. Any photos that you add to your website, you want to first name that file. If you take a picture, it gets a generic number, letter, code. You want to put in there mortgage lender Sacramento for that photo. Add it to your website. Well, Google Images can pull up that image for different industries, and people can click on the image and go right to your website. So that's just another way to get found, is to name all your photo files. Descriptions, there's a tool that you can use to look at what does Google see as the title, the description, and then tags for your pages. These are all very important, and if you do them all according to what Google wants, page is going to rank. Okay, so that's the important thing. I mentioned being mobile friendly on April 21st. If your website's not mobile friendly, it's not going to show up in any tablet or mobile results. So you want to make sure your website is mobile friendly. And there's a search tool that Google has, mobile friendly. You can see it up there. Okay, take a break. Any questions? I'm throwing a lot at you.
How do you know? I'm pretty sure mine isn't, but how do you know if your website is mobile friendly?
Well, there's a tool right there, Webmaster Tools /mobile friendly.
Oh.
Yeah, and you can just Google, is my website mobile friendly? There's tools that pop up.
Yeah, you type in your website, and then it tells you, congratulations, MattTheMortgageGuy.com is mobile friendly.
Right, and you have a WordPress website. It could be as easy as updating your theme with your current theme that you have. It might be outdated. They might have already made a mobile-friendly version of what you already have, or you can install a new theme and update your website, or you can go to a third party, like Duda Mobile is one of the most popular, and it has really cool buttons and stuff like that. It makes it mobile-friendly instantly.
What is it called?
Duda Mobile.
Or I call you.
Right.
Or Janet. Yeah, if all of the
Right.
above fails, I'm going
Right.
to call you guys.
Google Places, absolutely. If you can get your site indexed and it's starting to rank, you can get phone calls. I got clients that once they are popping up in the maps, boom, they're getting phone calls, and it's exciting for them because, how'd you find me? Oh, I found you on Google. Oh, really? They'll rank on Google Places much quicker than a website or anything else. It's amazing.
Question on that?
Yeah.
I work from home.
Yeah.
So I don't have my home address listed. Is that going to hurt? I mean, or for other people too that might work at home. What if
You can put
office?
it'll have a circle instead of a little asterisk or whatever, So it'll still show Folsom for you, and it'll have a generic area where it's located. It won't have a pin drop with an address.
Okay, but that's still.
It'll still rank you.
It still works with places. Okay, you don't need a specific.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Mortgage lender in Sacramento, CA. This is a couple hours ago, and obviously Kathleen Beck, mortgage lender. She's number one in the map listing, and then also down in Yelp. So you can see she's got 14 Google reviews, and then she's got 18 reviews on Yelp. So she's been very busy getting people to give her reviews. And she probably, the notes I have on the right side is that you want to make sure that you're number one in Google, but also and Bing and Yahoo, and then there are probably 100 plus different directory sites that you can put your business information to, name, address, and phone number. And you want to always have the exact same name, address, and phone number, because that's the one thing Google will look at. Like, I moved twice, and so I still have some listings for my own business where I was located previously, and so I'm not ranking right now because of that, you know. So anyway, so you really want to go after your name, address, phone number, put them all these different directories. You'll start to rank inside of Google, and that's where you're going to get the phone calls.
And Yext is a place to do that, right?
You can do the Yext, yeah, right.
Are you finding that Google Places or Google Maps is going by the wayside though, because it's not coming up as much as being replaced by all those ads in the SEO?
Google wants to monetize it any way they can, and so you know the home mortgage lending, Quicken Loans obviously is an ad, and all the ones on the right are an ad. They're going to monetize it as much as you can. And one of the things that I like is, just got a side topic here, is you can advertise to be in the maps right here. Instead of the red asterisk, you can have the blue asterisk. It's called Google AdWords. I'm trying to remember what it was. I have it for one of my clients. Anyway, yes, no, I think it's
I mean,
going to stay.
I used to search and maps would come up all the time. Now it doesn't come up all the time.
Right.
anymore.
I don't have I don't know what you're searching for, if it's a localized keyword phrase or not. You know, if it's like a business that you can find in your geographic area, then almost always you're going to get a map. Otherwise, it can be, you know, without a map. So, if you are a local business, I would consider doing the AdWords for places because it's cheaper. It's not nearly as competitive as AdWords, and you can turn it on, turn it off. You set a budget for whatever, 50 cents a day or $1,000 a day. Google's going to serve up your ad. It's great. So, great place to be. We can talk more about that, but I want to try to get through my presentation. For local businesses, you see the blue down here, that little box right there that I'm pointing to. Nautique, Craft, this is for my boat dealer here locally. We put into that box, you see on the right side, this over here is a big long list, and he is the Nautique dealer for all of Northern California. And so he can get business from everywhere. And so we put 437 cities into that little box. And so I'm starting to pull up, Kingston, California, Nautique. Boom, there's his website. Because this is in the footer, so every page of his website has all these city names. So Google sees all of these city names coming up on every page. So this is just a little technique to be found for your business in all the geographic areas. So all the websites that I work with, if I am able, I will put a small little scroll box with all their city names, boat repair or boat dealer for this example. So you put a long list of city names. I think it's a fun little technique. Okay. Next topic is link building. And you might have a beautiful website, but if no one is linking to you, you're not going to be ranking. And so that's one of the things that Google is talking about. And online, these are probably the most important ones: direct referral links, social bookmarking, forums. These are over here. I mean, there are hundreds or thousands of ways you can have a link pointing to your website. And Google sees it as a vote saying, hey, this is an important website. And so any website that ranks well on the front page of Google has some form of ongoing link building. And inbound link, it's a hyperlink from one website or a directory to yours. And it could be a Facebook, it could be a Twitter, a video, YouTube, Pinterest. It doesn't matter as long as there are links always pointing to your website. And so here again, reiterating, it's good high quality links. It can't be spamming sites or whatever. And it takes a while. It's not, you can't just throw 100,000 links in one month and all of a sudden you're ranking. Google wants it as it's got to look natural. Like someone's blogging or going to a forum and commenting with a link. It's got to look, it's a slow process. But once they're there, a lot of them then will stick around for months or years and you will get to the top of the search engines. So you can go from irrelevant to front page results. Social media, obviously Facebook is king, but you really want to do well with social media. you have to have interactions with your website on social media to rank well. That was one of the updates last year. And so Matt, sing praises to Matt, the mortgage guy. You're doing great on social media. I mean, I always see your stuff. Yeah, but it's fun to see your posts. You know, you got your kids, and you know, the sparkly. They just removed their PMI or whatever. You know, it's fun. You know, people like it. They comment it. Social media again, Facebook. So I push out Facebook and Twitter tweets on a daily basis for several clients, and just it helps. You know, it may not always get a response, but it's also a scroll on their website. So someone's coming to their website, they see updated, you know, Facebook posts that they can look at. And so it's just another way for people to interact, social media. So one of the areas that I love is video, and there's a cool infographic here. You know, by 2017, they're saying almost 75% of all website content or traffic is going to be video. And really, if you have video in any of your content, it boosts your response rate dramatically. And that's really how I got into internet marketing. Is I could take a video, I could rank it on the front page of Google before a website or before Google Places or anything else. I could have the website or the video ranking. And so that's, you know, what really appealed to me about video, but it communicates. You know, this is a great graphic here. They can read all the stuff, but really it's the video that, you know, captures the attention. So one of the things I do is video marketing, and you can see the search term credit card processing Sacramento, company Sacramento. Ernie is there, and you can see on the right side, they're all paid ads. This is a competitive search phrase, but he's up there. He's the #1 organic listing. And credit card company Sacramento, credit card processing Sacramento, credit card Sacramento might not be there, but there's a lot of variations that, you know, you want to have all the, you know, search phrases that are very similar to that, and that's what I help businesses do. Just like this one, funeral flowers, Citrus Heights. And then this is a bail bond company. They're up in Auburn, and Auburn Bail Bonds, and they're already in the Google Places. They're #1. Their website is the first one listed organic. Their Facebook is #2 organic, and then their video is #3. So they are dominating this particular search phrase. And these Google ads, they're $50 a click or more. I mean, the #1, you know, Auburn Bail Bonds for Leonard Padilla bailbonds.com at the top, that's probably over $50. Then it might go to 47, then 45, and then it goes down. You might, at the bottom right of the page, it might be, you know, $18 or $19 or $20, you know, but still, these are expensive clicks, and it's great to be able to rank. And if you're going to be on a page, you're like, oh, what's that? You see the little thumbnail image, you're going to click on that. And so, anyway, pay-per-click. It's instantly get on the front page for your targeted keywords. It's great to see also to generate website traffic, but the bottom point here I make is an excellent source of information for targeted keyword phrases. You can, you know, do 1,000 different keyword phrases for your pay-per-click campaign, but all of a sudden you get see some that are like, oh, these are really doing well. And then you want to take those keyword phrases that are doing well and incorporate them into all your web page content or your images, or make a video around that. So it's a great way for not just getting clicks to your website, but it's also great for information, because Google has gotten very private about their Google Analytics, where you can get all the information of all the people coming to your website. They used to show what the keyword phrases were that people are using to go to your website. Now 90% of them are all blocked. Google doesn't allow you to see that. But if you have a pay-per-click campaign going, you can see all the information. What are the ones that are getting clicks and what are the ones that are not? And so you see that excellent information. The last point I want to make is Craigslist, 7th most popular website in the U.S. You can rank on the front page of Google, so it's not just people going to Craigslist to search. You can see by this example, Marine Repair Sacramento, #2, right here, is a ad on Craigslist. And so I see that often. I see Craigslist ads popping up. Again, you wanted to have a good optimized ad, and I have ads I run for my business, and I've got some great business from that. People are going, oh, I saw you on Craigslist. Oh, okay. And, why not? And, as a realtor, I'm sure you're using that, right?
I have.
Yeah. If you got a listing,
Sure.
it's just another way to
absolutely.
market.
Yeah, absolutely. It's painless, it's free, it's easy.
Yeah. It's just
Yeah.
tedious,
It's a little tedious, but
yeah.
not bad.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Craigslist, why not? It takes a little bit of time, but you can renew, and then you have to re-up the ad after 45 days. I don't know what their time frame is. So I offer different services. I'm not here to pitch, but if you have more questions, I've covered a lot of stuff. We can definitely set up a consultation. I'd be happy to do a website audit, give you some results on where you are with your website, so that you can, then take that information and make some decisions. So I think I stayed in 20 minutes. So.
Oh, it's just great, because if you have any other little things you'd like to throw in there, this is so valuable.
I don't know. Any questions?
I think for the layman like me, even who's actively involved in doing marketing online, sometimes it just feels overwhelming. There's so much stuff.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's valuable to all of us for your opinion, like most bang for the buck if we were gonna like dip our toe in. For me, I'm thinking like, oh, I can do pay-per-click for this key phrase and I could target these folks, or I could do this, or I could do this. But at the end of the day, most of us have had experience with, if we really focus on doing one thing, it's a lot more effective than trying to do 10 things,
Sure.
Not so well.
Right.
So in your opinion, I guess every business is probably different as
Right.
far as, what's going to provide more bang for the buck. But, for somebody who's trying to reach customers, I know that, Facebook paid ads are fairly good bang
Right.
for their buck.
Right.
I don't know that much about the Google side of it, but what can you tell us as the expert?
For your industry, I have given you praise just because I think really what you're doing is so much of your business and insurance as well and related industries, it's going to come from people that already have a familiarity with you. And if you're constantly going in front of them and you got some fun stuff that they think it's, oh, Matt the mortgage guy, or there's Dave again, and just feel good about that. Oh, you know what? We need to refinance. Who am I going to get? Like you mentioned this morning, your childhood friend?
Yeah.
Who else am I going to call besides Matt the mortgage guy, It's creating a memorable type of posting so that people can see you and experience what you're up to. And that's why I love video so much. And, I think that if you will just take some time and create just simple videos, and it can be with your phone, and it can be up on your website, it could be on your Facebook page or whatever. Hey, this is what I'm up to. I remember the day you came in and you talked about your Twitter, hold on to your car doors because it's windy or whatever. If you'd have made a video to go along with that, it would have taken you another 2 minutes, but that's the type of thing that's going to be memorable. It's like, oh, that's a great tip, and I'm sure you got a million of those. And it's just really, how much time does it take to set that up? You've got a smartphone, get a simple little tripod or something, or have your wife or assistant hold the camera, hit record and then hit stop, load it up to your YouTube channel, put it on your Facebook, put it on your, put it out there in your blog or your email newsletter, that stuff that's why I love video so much, because it's the quickest way to know, like, and trust. People experience you without having to be face to face. And that next level is to buy, right? Know, like, trust, buy, or refer. And so that would be kind of, you don't need a big fancy set of equipment to do this stuff anymore. We've got high resolution cameras right here in our hand. We're using them all day long. So if I answer your, that'd be my answer to your question. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree too that the sphere of influence is the most responsive audience when you're targeting and doing stuff, and it's you don't even realize that your sphere of influence might be people that used to work with your mom 15 years ago, or
Sure.
It's bigger than you think.
Yeah.
There's tens of thousands of people sometimes in this sphere of, and some of that stuff you can do on Facebook where it's like friends of your friends or people who liked your page and their friends and things like that. So yeah.
Right.
Whenever I have a post and it's on Facebook and it's gotten some engagement, and I think there's a wider audience, I'll do the $5 paid
Boost.
Facebook ad,
Boost
get
it.
it out to 2,000 people.
Yeah.
And two things happen. One is occasionally we'll get some business off of it, but two, we get more likes on our Facebook business page as
Yeah.
a result.
Right. And one thing about that too, I think that I learned this year was for a while I was doing it and I thought to myself, I don't know if it's really getting any traction. And I probably have spent through boosted posts like Facebook, roughly $200 a month for the last year. And it's really started to churn where it's, I've realized like, wow, that was a successful PR campaign. 'Cause, yeah, it's $2,500 for the last year, but you do a few loans that easily pencils, business wise, and just random people. And I know that it's from that, because that's where a lot of the online presence is through the Facebook, and so sometimes it's hard to say, oh, I pushed this post out and 2,700 people saw it, but I don't know if it resulted in any business. Over time, probably enough. Ken Smalley Insurance, and here's an insurance tip, and here's this, and here's that. That 9 months later you get a call, and that's the guy that knows about insurance.
Yeah.
A technical question a little bit. So you've been working with us and we appreciate it and you really helped us a lot. So we were on, for the ad you did, the video you did for us, that was on like the 5th page and our website was on like the 5th page.
Yeah.
Now our website is on the top of the 3rd and we're gonna be real quick on the 2nd page, so we're moving up. And then all of a sudden that video, which was like 2 pages back, in the last couple of days it jumped up and it caught up and went ahead of our website. Is there a reason why all of a sudden that moved?
I have some link building campaigns for both your website and that video, and sometimes Google will index them
Got it.
and give credit to them, and then whoop, it gets.
It just moved, it
Yeah.
just popped right up all of a sudden.
Yeah. So it's erratic sometimes.
Mhm.
It doesn't make sense. Google's algorithm, how they update stuff, and I don't have more of an answer than that.
Got it.
They have their own secret sauce.
Like trying to figure out how credit scores is calculated.
Right. So I think I'm done. Yeah.
Great.